All right, you guys, so I am so excited to be making this video. I am currently 8 weeks and 2 days. So we just decided to announce, I guess some people would say it's early to announce. I always recommend waiting till after the first trimester, but we were so excited, and I do lives and I do content every single day, and it's just hard for me to keep it a secret. And also, so many people were guessing in my live, so we just decided we just wanted to announce it, and we thought Valentine's Day was just such a perfect day to announce it. Like love at first heartbeat and all that stuff like that. We have another heartbeat here. What's really cool is every doctor's appointment we've gone to, we've also gotten an ultrasound. So like our very first appointment we made was at 6 weeks and 3 days, which we actually thought was 7 weeks. And that was for an ultrasound because we thought we were 7 weeks. So we thought, 7 weeks is like plenty of time. This is our actual 7 week one. We were 7 week and 6 days here. But we did a 6 week and 3 day one, and it was super, super tiny. In fact, they couldn't even see it the first time. They did it outside the belly. They couldn't see it. They had to do kind of gynecologically. They had to like put it inside to see. But sure enough, there was a heartbeat there, and it was very, very small. And our first doctor was like, it's really, really, really early, but congratulations, there is a heartbeat. He's had times where people had thought they were pregnant, they come in and they're not. So, we were so excited, and then we told our immediate family, but then we're like, I wasn't feeling any symptoms or anything. I'm week 8 one day in, and I felt no symptoms other than tiredness, but I haven't been like, you think throwing up or like, tender breath, but I literally haven't felt anything. So we made our appointment. So we were like traveling and stuff. Basically a week after I found out we had our honeymoon planned. So yeah, it was very quickly. And we had honeymoon planned, which was actually planned around like ovulation week and stuff. Actually, they moved it to be around there, and then we were already pregnant. So I flew literally halfway across the world to Dubai and the Maldives. And yeah, it was a lot. So I have a whole video about traveling while pregnant. And now that I'm 8 weeks, I feel like a little like better to share those tips because I was really nervous. I thought maybe I shouldn't be traveling that early. People do, but obviously, we've been trying for a long time. We were really lucky with the HSG test. We got pregnant within the first month after doing that, but we had been trying a year and a half. So like anything to like lower the risk, obviously I should have just like maybe rested. I started Googling everything about plane rides, an early pregnancy and, the air pressure and blood clots. So I got decompression socks. I got like everything for that, but luckily and thankfully we got back. We had our first doctor appointment to confirm that I was pregnant. I guess you're supposed to go get like blood work done to confirm it, but I peed on so many sticks, and for so long it said not pregnant, and all of a sudden they're all saying pregnant. I was like, I think I'm pregnant. So we got it confirmed at 6 weeks and 3 days. Like we said, we thought we were a week ahead, and we thought we were a week ahead because again, Google will just tell you everything. I just feel like, which is good and bad, but like Google will, tell you. They said count the first day of your last period as your first day of pregnancy, which was crazy to us. We're like, so technically you're pregnant every month when you start your period, I guess, right? Like you're 2 weeks. I don't know. It was so weird. But obviously we were like a little off. So it ended up being like a week after my period. I don't know. It was really weird. I guess that's why due dates are always like back and forth. But my due date is September 25th. Oh my God. And obviously that changes a lot depending because from our 6 week ultrasound, let's talk about it first. So our first ultrasound was really cool because we were in there really early. 6 weeks is like, I think like the earliest you can see a heartbeat. I don't know, maybe you go earlier, but they saw it in there. They gynecologically went in there, they couldn't see it over the tummy. They had to go inside. And there was a heartbeat, and it was so cool. And the heartbeat goes so fast, and it was like the most surreal thing to hear. I was just like, oh, there's a baby in me. Okay, so I was like, oh my God, I think we celebrate every time we go to a doctor and we hear the heartbeat. We always go out to eat after. It's just like, Moses has come to every single appointment with me. Like I'm very fortunate that we both work from home. So he has come to all the appointments with me, and all the doctors have been so wonderful. Like I was so worried about, obviously them talking about my weight, people who are overweight, when we go to doctors, like the first thing you have to hear is like, you should lose weight. It's healthier if you do this. Don't. Like I was thinking that Brian tell me don't gain so much weight, which I Googled too. Like if you're over 200 pounds or whatever, like you're over a certain weight, theoretically you only really need to gain 14 pounds. If you're really, really small, you should gain like 30 to 40 pounds. it's always different, I've read, but my doctor was really nice, and he really didn't say anything about, you know, watch. He basically told me what I think he would tell everybody, which is weight gain the first 2 trimesters is like 10 pounds, I think is what he said. And like the last, or maybe it was like the first half of pregnancy is like 10. No, I think he said the first 2 trimesters were like you gain 10 pounds and then like 20 the last trimester. I don't know, it was something like that. And I was like, oh my God, 30 pounds is a lot. But basically it was like a pound a week or something. I don't know. But he was really nice, and like again, no one really, I even had high blood pressure. The second appointment I went to, which was 7 weeks. So the second appointment we went to, we were 7 weeks and 6 days, which was only a 6-day difference from our first one. So again, it could be a little off. The computer is telling them stuff. So I think we're closer to the 7 weeks, 6 days. It sounded, or 5 days or whatever it was. That sounded more accurate because the first one we're like, we've been knowing I was pregnant for like a few weeks, and you know, and then get pregnant and stuff. So anyways, right now we're going by what the last doctor said. So we're 8 weeks one day now, but again, it could change. But our last appointment, the baby grew twice the size, literally. It was such a little speck, the 6 weeks. And then the 7 week one was like, it was like a head. You could start seeing like 2 little parts of the body. And I was like, that's crazy. And then we got to hear the heartbeat again. And this time I was right by it. So I got to hear the heartbeat like, it was like, it was so great. I have vlogs and stuff of all this. If you guys are interested in actually seeing like the doctor footage and stuff like that, I post that on my vlog channel. This is kind of just like a recap. But yeah, and then we told people so I'm telling this at 8 weeks in 1 day. We're telling people at 8 weeks in like 4 days. And like basically everyone I asked when they said, when do you tell? Obviously the rule of thumb is first trimester. That's a long time to wait. I understand why. Obviously there can be complications and stuff. I get that. But because this is my life, and I'm very open about everything. You know, I just wanted to share. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I probably would have shared it like right when I found out, because I was just so excited, and like holding this in and not being able to like really fully say like why I'm tired or why this, and also not being able to like in real time give updates. Like when I was doing lives, I just really wanted people's like updates, like, okay, so we made it past week 7, you know. It's like, because every week is like a milestone, and you're just 1 week closer to your baby arriving and all that stuff like that. So it's just, you know. And then I spoke to Colleen actually, and she was like one of the first people I told I was pregnant, which was so weird. She had texted me like literally a day after I found out I was pregnant, which was so weird. And I had found out early about her pregnancies before she announced. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna tell her. And I asked her when she announced, and she said she waited the first trimester with Flynn, but with the twins, she announced at 8 weeks. But she's like, yo, honestly, whenever you want to announce, it's your body, like announce when you know, feel right. And so, like I said, for me, I probably would have announced right away. We were going on a honeymoon and we're doing all this stuff. So I just don't want to hear the criticism. And, you know, also we weren't sure. Like I did a lot of pregnancy tests, but, you know, I think once we got the heartbeat, I was like, okay, I want to, you know, and it's just about like, it is a timing thing. You just want to feel when it's right. And I was like, you know, Valentine's Day is like one of my favorite days. And all I can think about is this little heartbeat. There was one that said love at first heartbeat. So I think that's going to be my little caption for Valentine's Day. But, it just felt right. And I just, you know, it's so hard like to keep it secret for another month. I just don't think I could do it because I'm just so excited, and my mind is just mommy mind right now. I'm just like, okay, what's next? What do you do next? And you know, I'm actually really excited to read comments and opinions. You know, obviously like a lot of people are telling us, like including like our doctors and stuff like that, it's like, you know, don't listen to like everybody's gonna have something to say when they find out you're pregnant. You have to listen to like everybody. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I like to soak in everything. You know, I Google stuff, and I always keep in mind like, okay, it's always different for different people. But you know, advice or just anything, you know, sometimes somebody will say something, you're like, that sounds like a good idea, we should do that, you know. I'm so open to it. That's why I'm doing this, because honestly, like we're 33 and he's 44, and so like we're older like parents kind of. Although my last doctor told me that I was 8 weeks and young, so I should be good. I was like, young, thank you. I really thought I was like older to have kids, but you know, some people have them at 40, you know. So relatively, yes, I'm not 18, but I'm not 40. So all I know is I'm like so blessed, and we're just so happy to like, this is also surreal to me. Sorry, this is like also surreal to me. Like I'm still just all over my head. But yeah, the last one I went to actually had high blood pressure, and like I really thought like, oh god, this is like really, really bad. But they actually recommended to get a blood pressure kit at home, and I've never had high blood pressure. I've always had actually like low blood pressure. Like seriously, it's supposed to be like over 80, and I've always had like literally 75, like so low. this one was like 92. I was like, oh no. But they were really nice even about that. I was like, I have high blood pressure. Like, I know I need to work out because I hadn't worked out for 3 weeks. I worked out once I found out I was pregnant, but then we went on the honeymoon. We were jet lagged, all the stuff like that. So we just started working out again. Doctor recommends it obviously to work out just for anyone. They said they'll feel better during pregnancy. And yeah, so, but they weren't that concerned. They were just like, you know, monitor it. You know, sometimes it's when you're like, you know, at a new doctor. And I was really hot. I was really overwhelmed. At this point, we started not announcing pregnancy, and people in the doctor's offices that we've been to, obviously, not obviously, but they have recognized me. So you're just kind of like, you know, like they want to know if you're pregnant. And like, honestly, I've been like obviously lying on lives and stuff. I can't, because you know, you just don't know what to say and announce, and you want to wait for the right time. So it was hard, but also we're like at a pregnancy doctor. So we're like, yeah. So I think I was a little stressed, and then I did take my blood pressure the other day, and it was actually right at 80. So, you know, it was pretty good, but I was terrified of doctors being like, well, you know, you're overweight, so you're at risk for that. And I get there is a risk. You know, I Googled, trust me, I Google everything, and I get there is a risk when you are like heavier. So I'm really like watching what I eat as far as nutritional. I'm trying to put as much nutritional stuff in my body. I eat a lot of Greek yogurt, a lot of whole wheats, whole grains, salmon. I take the prenatals, I take the omega-3 vitamins, dairy, protein, red meat, all that stuff. Like I really, greens, fresh greens, not the juice greens. So I'm really like trying to make an effort in that sense. Now, I crave a lot of things that are not good, like spaghetti with meat sauce. I can't stop craving that. Like everything I've been eating has tasted so freaking good. Like it literally tastes like the first time eating everything. So I do eat 3 meals a day, which I'm gonna go into that, because disordered eating, then finding out you're pregnant, like it's a mind F. So I did start seeing an online therapist about disordered eating while pregnant, because that's a very specific thing. So if you guys are interested in hearing about that, I can do a video on that, because you do have to eat multiple times a day, and that can really, for me, I just don't even comprehend that. I feel like I'm just going to be so fat if I eat 3 meals a day, but there's more to it, and eating small meals, and it's been a lot, but it's been good. And when you have a baby, you're just like, all of a sudden I'm like, I just want to be as healthy as possible for the baby. When it was just me, I literally couldn't care less what my body was like, if I was malnourished, whatever. But now each week I'm reading stuff, and I did a whole video about that too, trying healthy foods for my baby, and finding out I like love avocado, and like what the benefits are for like, you know, brain tissue development and skin development, and brain, or I just said that, but like limbs and skin, all that stuff. So, you know, it's been like a learning journey, and I'm so excited, and it's just like all I can think about. So I obviously like doing lives and just talking about stuff that like doesn't matter, because like to me this is all that matters. And I know like if you're probably like, if you don't like this kind of content, like pregnancy content or mommy content, then like probably not the channel. But this is like the one thing that I just feel, and I said this in my pregnancy announcement video, that I just feel is the beginning of my life and my journey and my purpose. And I can just, I could just cry thinking about it. I'm a very emotional person in general, but being pregnant, my emotions are. So having said that, like I'm just so excited. And I think if you follow me for any amount of time on here, you know I've just always wanted to be a mom. I mean, since I was like 23, I've been talking about kids and wanting kids, and it's been a journey of doctors just telling me you're never gonna have kids, and just kind of like having that in my head. So anyways, all that to say, that was my week 6 and week 7. I've had literally no symptoms except being tired. I don't know if it's because of the pregnancy or I just want to take a nap. Sometimes I just want to take a nap. I'm like, I'm pregnant. But I have been a little more tired lately, and that was like my first sign. But other than that, like no morning sickness or sore breasts, or I smelled really potent the first like week that I found out I was pregnant. I was like smelling really, really strong. Like I would smell the garbage like up in our bedroom, and I'd never done that before. So I was like, oh. But other than that, no. And my doctor at my last visit was like, yeah, you know, any symptoms you've had up to this point is about as worse as they're gonna get. Like you probably won't get like anything worse than what you've already experienced, which has been not much. So so grateful for that. Hopefully we'll keep going. I've had swollen hands, and my feet have been very swollen, which I Googled, and it's supposed to happen later at pregnancy, but I'm just gonna say that it already started for me. I was eating a lot of salt, and salt doesn't usually bloat me, but I think because I'm pregnant now, it's like affecting me a lot different. But yeah, there's my little baby. We have it framed, and I'm just, oh over the moon, and I just thank you guys for all the ones leaving love and support. Like, thank you guys so much. I just feel like I said, this just feels like me, like my life, you know, that is like beginning. And then just, well, I'm so excited to experience pregnancy. Like, I'm so okay, I'm gonna cry again. Like, I'm so thankful I get to, and I realize not everybody gets to. Like, I'm so thankful and grateful for this experience. I'm also just so excited for the baby to be here. I just want him to be here, and I just want to like start, and just I think about like looking at his face and hearing his giggles or hers, and it's a lot. So all right guys, well, that was my updates, and I probably will be an annoying person and keep posting updates because it's very exciting. We don't actually have any more doctor's visits scheduled until about the 10 to 11 week mark, so I don't know what in between there, but yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna do cooking videos too, because now I'm just feeling like a whole new person. I'm just gonna become a mommy and just cook things. So I am gonna start filming videos, and I actually feel very inspired too lately now. Pregnancy content, but also just content, just cooking and making our house a home and just all this fun stuff. So anyways, that's the update. I love you guys so much. I hope you are doing well, and for anybody struggling with infertility, don't let anyone tell you that it's not possible, that it's not going to happen, because even the most impossible scenarios have gotten pregnant. I hear stories about them all the time on TikTok, people who tried 7, 8, 9, 10 years and then they get pregnant. Like, don't give up hope. Obviously you can get the help, be realistic. You know, we started our journey getting the HSG test, which I don't think people talk about a lot. It was super easy, not invasive. It kind of cleared out my tubes, and we got pregnant the next cycle. And like, just don't give up hope. And I know people who've gone through IVF and it hasn't worked, and then they've gotten pregnant, you know, after that. So don't give up hope. I think I did for so long, and I always thought, I can never have kids. It doesn't matter. I can't have kids. My tubes are scarred. I'm after whatever. And that was like holding me back. The minute I started being like, I'm thankful for being pregnant, I'm thankful for my kids, like really thinking and visualizing it and knowing that, like, no, we are going to be pregnant. We're going to be that. I think it did help, and miracles happen. So, all right, I'm going to go. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you